Former three-star sophomore going into his junior year, 6', 290-pound wide receiver Andrel Anthony Jr. announces that he is committing to the University of Oklahoma. And listen, the Sooners, they're just winning today at the wide receiver position and coaching. But before we get into it, please go ahead, hit that like and the subscribe button. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this pickup for the Oklahoma Sooners at the wide receiver position. So Andrel Anthony is a pretty big pickup for the Oklahoma Sooners, and especially at the wide receiver position. A speedy guy, a guy that has a pretty long frame, a guy that can change directions pretty quickly, great route runner, definitely a guy that is going to be able to come in and potentially make an impact for the Oklahoma Sooners at the wide receiver position right away. And I get it. Statistically, he's not the most flashy guy. He hasn't really seen a ton of playing time at the University of Michigan. 2021 probably was the year he had the most, with 12 receptions, 248 yards, 20.7 average, 3 touchdowns. But in 2022, he had 7 receptions for 80 yards and 1 touchdown. So, but other than that, like I said, Andrel Anthony, he's got speed. He's got the ability to go and track the ball down and then go get it, right? He's able to go up there and win those battles for those contested balls, and I think that's one thing that we're going to need on this team, especially with the speed. And now I guess the next question is does Oklahoma land Tyrone Broden, the 6'7" wide receiver out of Bowling Green, which if you can land both of those guys, all of a sudden that wide receiver room starts to look pretty deep for the Sooners. But Andrel Anthony is a sophomore currently. In 2023, will be going into his junior year. So Oklahoma potentially could be getting 2 years out of Andrel Anthony, assuming that the kid just does not go out and ball out this year for 1,500 yards and maybe decide to go to the draft. But yeah, this is a pretty big pickup for the Oklahoma Sooners, especially with the announcement today that you're getting Emmett Jones as your wide receiver coach. It seems like things are maybe starting to fall into place for this team in 2023 and also for this roster, as you really start to see Oklahoma start to really move up in the recruiting rankings and how many people they have coming on this team. Currently, Oklahoma on the transfer rankings, they are not in the top 10. Let's see where they are at. They are at number 13 with a 47.3 score. So, you're close to scratching top 10 right there. But if we go to what Oklahoma has currently commit-wise, they have 9 commits out of the transfer portal. 9 commits. That's pretty good. But if we go look at total what they're bringing in this year, it's going to be something similar to the roster turnover last year, which I think is incredible. You're bringing in 25 recruiting people. You're bringing in 10 transfer portal guys. So total right now of 35 guys for this Oklahoma Sooners class. And every single one of the guys you've taken in the transfer portal, they've got experience, and they're guys that are going to be able to come into the team and make an immediate difference on the offense or the defensive side for the Sooners. So you got to love what you're seeing from the staff here. They went 6-7 in their first year, and they said, not again. That's not happening again. We're going to fix the needs of this team through the transfer portal and through the recruiting classes, and we're going to get guys that can come in and make an impact right away, and that's what you see with Andrel Anthony. So go ahead, jump down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the recent pickup at wide receiver for the University of Oklahoma.